Hello, this is Ben Mueller with the United States Soccer Federation, and I'm going to go over a Law 11 presentation to help referees and everyone else better understand Law 11 offside. All right, Law 11 offside. I'm sure as a soccer player, as a spectator, or as a soccer fan, you have seen offside determine the difference between a team winning and losing a game. It certainly comes up quite a bit during a soccer game. First thing you have to understand is the offside position. There's three parts to being in an offside position. First part is that you must be on your attacking half of the field. You can't be on your defending half. You must be on your attacking half. And we use any part of the player's head, body, or feet, whichever is closest to the goal line, except the hands and the arms when we evaluate that. So if the head, body, or feet is on the attacking half, that's considered to have met this part of the criteria for an offside position. The second part is you must be closer to the opposing team's goal line than both the ball and the second to last opponent. So the three elements, again, you must be on your attacking half of the field, and you must be closer to the team's goal line than both the ball and the second to last opponent. You're not in an offside position if you're even with the ball, even with the second to last opponent. You're on the halfway line, or when the ball is passed by the opposing team or played by the opposing team. So you must get the ball from a teammate. It must be touched by a teammate. Okay? So again, even is onside, or if you're on the halfway line. But we don't necessarily penalize a player because they're in an offside position. They must get involved in active play. We judge this active play at the moment the ball was played or touched by a teammate. Okay? So offside position plus involvement in active play means an offside offense. There's three ways to get involved in active play. You can interfere with play, interfere with an opponent, or gain an advantage. And we'll talk specifically about what those three mean coming up. So what does it mean to interfere with play? Simply means to make contact with the ball. This is your classic offside where you have a cherry picker who's in an offside position, receives a pass from a teammate, and touches the ball offside. What does it mean to interfere with an opponent? You're going to prevent the opponent from being able to play the ball by blocking the line of vision or by challenging an opponent for the ball, attempting to play the ball close to him or her when the action impacts an opponent, or an obvious action that clearly impacts the ability of an opponent to play the ball. So typically when you interfere with an opponent, you're blocking the vision, or you're close enough to an opponent that you're interfering with that opponent or challenging an opponent to go for the ball. And then the third way is gaining an advantage. And this is going to happen simply by being in an offside position and then get involved in play after the ball has rebounded from the goalpost, crossbar, or an opponent, or if there was a deflection by an opponent, okay? Or if there was a deliberate save. And again, a deliberate save means a player stops a ball from entering the goal. And don't worry, we've got some examples that'll highlight this exactly coming up. Okay? Deliberate save, by the way, is a player stops the ball from entering the goal with any part of the body except the hands. Unless it's the goalkeeper, then of course they can use their hands. You cannot be offside if you receive the ball directly from a goal kick, throw-in, or corner kick. So those are the three restarts in which you cannot be offside directly from: goal kick, throw-in, corner kick. When does the offside decision get made? There's three questions that the assistant referee has to ask. First of all, was that player in an offside position at the moment the ball was touched or played by a teammate? Okay? Were they in that offside position? Were they closer to the goal line than both the ball, the second to last opponent, and were they on their attacking half of the field? Then the second question, if that's a yes, you go to the second question. While in the offside position, at the moment the ball was played or touched by a teammate, did the attacker participate in active play? So they must have participated in active play. And then the third requirement is, did the attacker receive the ball directly from a throw-in, goal kick, or corner kick? Okay, if they did, then they cannot be offside. All right, so offside position plus involvement in active play means it's an offside offense unless it was from a throw-in, goal kick, or corner kick. The assistant referee typically makes this decision, right? When a player may be penalized for being offside, okay, the assistant referee must be in the right position, which is why they're even with the second to last opponent or the ball, whichever's closer to the goal line, and total concentration is required by the assistant referee. But it's the referee that makes the final decision to stop and penalize the offside offense. Let's run through a couple of examples. Let's watch this video and see what we have here. So free kick. You can see in this video that this player is in an offside position, but they're not penalized yet because did they get involved in play? The ball goes there, no problem, because none of these guys are in an offside position. And now we make a new decision, and this guy's good to go. Okay, again, new decision here. He's not in an offside position. Nobody's in an offside position. So then the ball and they score a goal. That is a good goal. Okay, let's look at that again. All right, so we initially go back here. We can see initially that this guy's in an offside position, but the ball goes over here, and all these players are eligible to play the ball because none of them were in an offside position. They're all even. Okay, and then the ball goes over there. Okay, new snapshot, new decision is made. Everybody's good here. Nobody's closer to the goal line than the ball, so nobody's in an offside position. So now this player is good, and that player can play the ball. Okay, then we come back, and we see here that this player's even with the ball and the second to last defender. So this player's not in an offside position, so they're eligible to play the ball after it rebounds from the keeper and goes to him. That's a good goal, okay? And I just want everyone to note here that the player that actually scores the legal goal was a player that was initially in the offside position, okay? So new snapshot is made each time the ball is touched or played by a teammate. That's important to understand here, okay? Let's take a look at this one and watch this player right here throughout this play. Perfectly fine there, no problem, okay? Perfectly fine there, no problem. All right, let's see what we have here. So the question that comes up here is, right, so that's good, nothing wrong there. Okay, now, is that blue player in an offside position? There's a defender, okay, right on the goal line. There's your second to last defender. Yes, he's closer to the goal line than the second to last defender. But has he got involved in play yet? No. Let's watch what happens. Okay, there he gets involved in play, but look who passes it to him. An opponent, not a teammate. So because an opponent passed it to him, he is not penalized for being offside, and this is actually going to be a legal play here, okay? Because to be considered actively involved, it has to come from a teammate's play or touch on the ball, okay? And this was a deliberate pass. So because it was a deliberate pass by an opponent, okay, it's not considered to be offside. So that's flagged down. Let's take a look at this one. And we're going to see this one from multiple angles. So you can see, it's not really clear to see from that angle. Now you can see from this angle right here that at the time of the touch, this player was in an offside position at the time of the touch by a teammate, right? Go back. Okay, let's look right there. Who's in an offside position? Both of these guys are in an offside position. And then that's at the time of the touch. So if any one of these guys gets involved in play, they're going to be penalized. And you can see that one of them does get involved in play right there. So that's offside. That player is going to be penalized for being offside. Let's take a look at this last one here. All right, so this one is no offside, right? Flag down. Why? Let's take a look at it here. Okay, so right there, the teammate touches it. Who's in an offside position? This guy's in an offside position. But does that guy ever get involved in play? Let's take a look. So the pass Okay, yes, he makes a motion at it, but who gets to it first? Ah, the player that came from an onside position. So this guy never got involved in play. So this is actually flagged down, no offside. So we have to wait and see if that player actually gets involved in play, which he never did here. So it's flagged down. Hopefully you learned something from watching those videos and have a better understanding now of when we penalize offside. Offside position, closer to the goal line than the ball, second to last opponent on your attacking half of the field, and then you must get involved in active play, either by interfering with an opponent, gaining an advantage, or getting involved in play. Okay, those are the three ways. Thank you for watching that. Hopefully, you now have a better understanding. Have a great day.